people, let me tell you something about this little talented lady that's sitting next to me. So she got me in a whole chokehold. A whole chokehold. I try to make these interviews fun. I try to ask a little bit about you, but not to be too invasive. If I am, just to be like, I don't want to talk about it. I'll be like, okay.
Okay.
This lady, this beautiful picture right here, because we can't see her face yet. And we going to see her face because we going to get these followers up. It's the beautiful Natisha Raynor. Did I say your name right?
Yes, ma'am, you did.
Okay, ma'am. I did. I was doing some math, and I don't know if my math is mathing. 75 books.
100 something. Yeah.
I was trying to count the books in the back of one of your books, and I was
Yeah.
like, 75. I said, ma'am.
Yeah, it gets very confusing. Like my mom, people think I'm crazy when I don't know the exact number, but I've been doing it since 2015. So there's been different publishers, and there's times when I get my rights back to my books. If it's a 3-part series, I'll just make it one. Like,
Okay.
baby, I lost count a long time ago.
But that's okay, because when I tell you, let me tell you something. I just finished Back in Blood.
Hmm.
Woo!
Yeah.
So I read in the beginning that you went through something similar, and I'm
Hmm.
not gonna hold you too long on it, but that you went through something similar.
Hmm.
Okay.
My son passed away in 2023.
Okay.
Yeah.
My condolences first,
Thank you.
but I couldn't put the book down because I felt everything you wrote.
Thank you.
I felt everything you wrote. With Lisa and Capri. I was like, first of all, is Capri a girl or is he a boy? Because I was just looking at the name, but then when he's all super Negro, but he got his money. He had either legitimate businesses, and he was out there getting it, and he thought he was in love, and come to find out, she foul.
Yeah.
Can I tell you, I want that lady to rot in hell. Robin needs to rot in hell.
Yeah,
I need Robin to be up under the jail.
she does.
I
Yeah.
need Robin to be strung along somewhere because she did that man wrong. And then she had to lie, the nerve to lie about something as traumatic as, ma'am. When I would say I was clutching my purse, you was gonna get a hat, but I couldn't find one quick. I can't find one quick enough because I am known as the hat lady. When I like a book, you gonna get this hat. Um, that book had me in a chokehold. If you cannot deal with that trigger warning, my suggestion is don't read it. But if you can read that book, when I tell you that, it's excellent.
Yeah, I was
Excellent,
once
excellent,
I
excellent.
got done with it, I was like, this might be a little bit too heavy. But I mean, I released it on my son's birthday. It's just a story that I wanted to write. So I'm just like, the trigger warning is what I can do. It won't be for everybody.
Yeah. Was it cathartic to write?
Kinda. Because like I told somebody else, back in 2023, my son battled cancer for 7 months. And it would be nice when we're going through stuff if we can just check out, but life doesn't work like that.
Right.
So the whole time he was sick, and even after he passed, I had to write, but I wasn't in the mood to write like lovey-dovey romance, people getting their happily ever after, because that's not the headspace I was in. So I wanted to do dark romance, but I never. I feel like I didn't know enough about the genre to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So Back in Blood came kind of late, but it's kind of dark, but
It's, I wouldn't say it's dark. I would say it has dark elements.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
he's probably me personally, this is how I see it, and I could be wrong because I think I be knowing stuff, but I don't be knowing nothing at all. I felt like it was more morally gray.
Yeah, 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 definitely.
Uh, but it has some dark elements for him, not so much for her. I wish he'd have drugged that man a little longer. Because how dare you?
Yeah,
Um, the treacherous twins. That whole series got the whole world in a stink, ma'am. My whole book club is like, I hate wives. I hate Chicago. Why are they finding love? But people are redeemable.
they hate Chicago.
Girl, they was bad about Chicago. They
What?
said, but Chicago was a womanizer. He helped that lady, and he was doing
Wise.
him.
That was wise that held the.
Wise. They was mad at Wise then.
Yeah, yeah. That's I'm used to that. But I was like, what Chicago do? But
Chicago, it wasn't Chicago, it was Wise. I'm sorry. My apologies.
yeah,
They was mad about that one.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But
But I
where did the treacherous twins come from? Because it ain't twins, they triplets.
okay, so yeah, funny story. I am addicted to covers. A lot of people come up with stories and they write the story and then they like envision the perfect cover in their head to like go with the story. But I'm the opposite. So I can see a graphic designer with a pre-made cover for sale and I can look at that cover and come up with a whole storyline just from looking at the cover. So when I saw the covers with Loyal and Justice, I'm like, they look like they could be brothers. I wanted both of the covers, and I'm like, okay, they're gonna be twins. They're gonna be treacherous twins. And I buy the covers faster than I can write the stories. So I bought those covers, and then I already knew I wanted to do a Father's Day novella. So I was looking for a cover for the Father's Day novella, which is Carried Away. And when I saw the cover, I'm like, he looked like he could be some kin to them. So I was like, okay, they're not gonna be twins, they're gonna be triplets.
Girl, can we talk about their mama? Let's talk about the mama.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, I didn't really have to make her trifling, but I had to come up with a way to like cuz like you said they're supposed to be twins. So I had to come up with a way for them not to know that they were triplets. So it's like, how can they be separated? So I just had to, she caught a stray. I just had to, I had to come up with somebody.
She's the one that got it, but baby, when I tell you that baby was trifling,
Yeah.
on down to the baby, I felt so bad. Was it Truth? I felt bad for Truth.
Hmm.
I his poor Truth, but Truth, he had. I don't know how to explain it, but I think I felt more for Truth than I felt for anybody.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I mean, she was there. She was physically there, but she was just like never a mother to him. So I think that's kind of worse than Justice and Loyal not knowing her at all.
But why she have to be a hoe too?
Well,
Both brothers and then the enemy.
but I don't. She didn't know they were enemies.
It don't matter. You out here spreading your seeds everywhere,
Yeah,
or letting your seeds get in, letting them come everywhere.
yeah, yeah.
But
Well,
okay, so we gonna get off the mama.
honestly, I just came up with that. Like literally, I knew that Wise was going to do what he was going to do to Prime, and right as I was writing the scene, I was like, Simone gonna be in the car with him. That was not planned. Yeah, it wasn't planned.
But okay, so Wise and Chicago are brothers,
Hmm.
and they have a sister. Winter? Am I remembering this right? Because I read Treacherous Twins. early last year.
Yeah, Trinity. The sister is Trinity.
Trinity.
Winter is Wise's daughter.
Right. Okay. Got it. Got me, girl. It's all the names for me.
Yeah, it's a lot of them. It's a lot.
But I love when I tell you. Okay, let's talk about your covers because when I tell you them fine specimens, as Wise is fine. Chicago. Listen, I was like, where can we find him? Where is the man? Where is he with somebody like for real? Like,
Maybe when you find out, let me know.
cause
I
child.
want to move to AI land. You said why Simone had to be a hoe, baby. If I was AI, I would be a hoe.
Listen, first of all, my nickname is the Book Jezebel. I got book boyfriends everywhere, everywhere. So let's get into some of these questions. It's not a lot of questions. They're not invasive, hopefully. And I just kind of want to know your take on some of the stuff that's going on as being an author, and then have some fun in the process. All right. Um, do you read while you write?
I do. I used to say I don't I don't really have the time to read, but that's not true. I manage my time poorly and I don't make enough time to read.
Mm-hmm.
But I also like to read a lot of nonfiction. So it is hard trying to balance like writing, reading nonfiction, reading fiction. But I do try to make the time to read. If I can't read every day, I try to read, at least several times a week.
Who do you enjoy?
Some of my favorite authors, I love Mary Monroe.
I love her.
I like Mary Monroe. Back in the day, I read a lot of Keisha Irvin.
Mm-hmm.
I like Lisa Austin,
Mm-hmm.
Kara Allen,
Mm-hmm.
Di Brene. 3 p.m. No, 3 a.m. I'm sorry. 3 a.m. is one of my all-time favorites.
Yep.
Um, who who else? I can't think off the top of my head. But yeah, I like Sheree Lewis,
Ma'am, keep talking my language.
Antoinette Sherrill.
Yes.
Yeah, I like them.
I
Casey
love
Hill.
that. I love that.
Don't forget Casey.
You can't forget about her. Can't forget about her. Not at all. So I have favorite series. Um, my favorite series of 2024, and you made the cut.
Oh, okay, thank you.
So I am a big fan of the Delgado series, Jacques J.
Mhm.
I'm a big fan of the Product of the Streets. I am a
I'm
big fan
jealous
of
of
them,
that because I keep hearing about it.
baby. Let me tell you something.
I keep hearing about it.
I'm a big fan of the Treacherous Twins.
Thank you.
I am a big fan. Those probably are my top five, and there's a couple more in there, but those series. And I'm not talking about just straight books, because I got some other favorite books, but I'm talking about series.
Mhm.
Man, when I was sliding down the walls by myself, and nobody was over there with me sliding down the walls, I was like, y'all have to read this. Y'all have to read this.
Thank
I mean,
you.
it was catching on slowly but sure. Now my book club, they all in this thing, so
I
I
had no
love it.
idea it was gonna do what it did.
Really?
Oh, I no idea, and I was actually nervous because Carried Away came out, I think, in May because it was a Father's Day novella. But
Mm-hmm.
I turned in my last book to my publisher in March, and I decided to go indie, and I was scared.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I had no clue the Treacherous Twins was gonna take off the way it did.
Child, when I tell them people is losing their damn mind behind loyal justice and truce and Gaddafi, Chicago and Wise,
Thank you, Pit Bulls and Spicy.
we had a good time. Um, Out of your catalog, who's your book husband?
Woo.
Who's your book boyfriend? And who you sliding with? And you can pick more than one.
Okay. Book husband will probably be Jules Baptiste.
And what book is that from?
How the Baptiste Boys took over North Carolina.
Okay.
Boyfriend would probably be Naziah. He's from What You Know About Love.
Okay.
And I'm probably sliding with Wise.
First of all, Wise had that thing. I'm just saying. Wise had that thing. It was like,
Yeah.
let me just drop
And
my.
Casey actually told me, Casey was like, girl, you did your big one with that one because you made me like Wise and I didn't know how. Like, I did not know how it was possible, but you did it. Which I know some people still are like, ugh, I don't like him.
No,
But
they still like. No, they was like, how? But how? It's when a writer to me is skilled enough to turn a villain into someone that can be redeemed.
yeah.
You did it. You did it with him. Because baby, he could have went to hell for all I was concerned.
And that's why people kept asking me to write. Well, some people kept asking me to give Simone a story, and I was like, y'all, I don't think I can do it. I don't think I can do it. And some people were like, girl, she don't need no story. She can go to hell. She can leave Serenity too. And I'm just like, they hated they hated her. And then
Listen,
after a treacherous Christmas, I had, some people like giving her grace, but other people was like, I see y'all forgiving Simone, but as for me and my household, we still hate her.
I haven't read A Treacherous Christmas, so but I am going to read that one. Because I was gonna read it today, then I was like, no, I'm gonna read Back in Blood. I was like, let me read that one today, just so I can be up to date. Mm-mm. Simone could go to hell. Her her and what's Robin. They could go to hell together. They could be best friends. They could skip on there. Mm-mm. Um, you started out in 2015. You've been with a publisher. You are now indie. What's how is that crossover? Is it easy? Is it challenging? What was it like for you?
Well, I've been doing it for a very long time. Um, I tried to go indie before, and it didn't last that long just because I was used to kind of making a certain amount of money with publishers, and then just like when I went indie, I would get kind of scared, like I don't think I can do this because I don't know why. It's like the same person writes the books, but I mean, you can with the publisher, I guess sometimes get more visibility,
Mm-hmm.
so your books may do just a little better than if you release them independently. So I was just always kind of nervous to like go on my own and stay on my own. But at this point in my life, it's like, and I have to be careful when I say it because sometimes people don't listen to your words and take the meaning they want it to mean what they want it to mean, and they
Right.
throwing shade and this that and the third. I don't ever want anybody to think I'm down in publishers because I'm not, because I had a publisher for a very long time. But as for me, in this point in my career, I just decided I wasn't going to keep giving half of my money to anybody that they weren't doing anything for me that I couldn't do for myself. Like I can put my books on Amazon. I can get a cover. I can get an editor. My books aren't in bookstore. Like if you're not doing anything for me, I can't do for myself. I can't just justify to keep giving you my money. And
Right.
like I have a literary agent, and like my literary agent, like is getting me a lot of audio book deals, and I had even got some audio book deals myself before I found my literary agent, but like she be doing the thing. Like the day I signed my contract with her, 2 days later she had me an audio book deal for 10 books. So
Wow.
it's like if you're not helping me elevate or go to the next level, then I'm keeping all my money for myself.
I
But
hear you.
everybody doesn't desire to do that. And there was times when I couldn't afford a cover, like I couldn't afford a cover. I couldn't afford a good editor. So, everybody's different. But if you know what to do and the resources to use, being indie is great.
With the current political climate of Agent 47, um, I don't even know what to talk about. Listen, okay. Are you in fear of your books being banned because he has a vendetta against anybody that is darker than him or browner than him because he's or whatever he is?
Not yet. I mean, as we have seen, anything is possible. Anything is possible. I'm just holding on to a little bit of hope that somewhere, somehow, some way, the idiot will be stopped.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I'm just holding on to a little bit of hope. I mean, anything is possible. But it's not a direct fear of mine. But
Mm-hmm.
like I said, anything is possible. And I was, among one of the ones who my books got taken down in 2019. So I've always believed in keeping a plan B. Like I just finished my homework for my medical billing and coding class.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I'm gonna be all right regardless, but I love writing. It's my passion, and it's like you try to take that from me. I don't know. You might see a whole nother side of me.
Right,
like,
right.
baby, ooh, it's just like, and I don't even see how he could do something like that. But I don't know,
Well,
Chad.
when people vote for race versus
Yeah,
human decency, that's what happens. And they decided not to do what they want, what was correct. So we're not
and
gonna spend a long time on him. We're not gonna spend a lot of time on him because it was
the
is
thing about him also is people thought that voting for him, his stuff was only gonna affect a certain group of people, but they
right,
see now it's affecting way more.
right,
So yeah, that's
right,
that.
exactly. And they thought, and that's what happens when you have hatred. Now they want you. Now they want us to come and say, no, you figure it out. You did it. You undo it.
Yes, ma'am.
When you first saw your name on your cover of your first book, what was that feeling like?
I was like super geek, super excited. Like I really couldn't believe it because I'm older. I'm older than the majority. I feel like of the authors out now. So I wanted to be an author since like Triple Crown days.
Wow, we going back.
Yeah, Triple Crown Publications.
Yes, we
So
going back.
to finally do it, I was like, okay, God heard my cry.
Was that always your dream to be an author?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, around my early 20s. Cause I mean, I started writing stories when I was like 11, 12 years old, but just for fun.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
never thought of being an author as my career until I remember reading an interview that Keisha Irving did, and she
Mm-hmm.
was just talking about how she got her first book deal, and she had got like an advance for like $30,000, and she paid her rent up for a year, and I was like, way back then, $30,000, like
Was a
yeah.
lot of money.
And I was just like, damn, that would be nice, that I could just pay my bills and sit home and write. And that's how I pay my bills off of royalties. Yeah, so, yeah.
Dude, okay, so it saddens me that she's not putting out books like she used to. That hurts my little feelings because I really enjoy her writing.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you'll get to that point because you have over 100 books?
Um, I mean, definitely. I always say like I'm 44, so
They love baby girl.
but I'm thinking about retirement now because I'm like, if I'm still doing anything at the age of 60 or beyond, I want it to be by choice and not by force.
Right.
So even though I love writing, I'm pretty sure there will come a time where I'm just like, if I write this month, it's gonna be because I want to, not because I have to.
Right.
So yeah, I'm pretty sure I'll get to that point. Hopefully, it's no time soon.
Me
Um,
too.
but that's why I'm trying my best to even though I'm 100 books in, I just feel like I'm still growing and still like one thing KC Mills told me was to write with intention. And so now, I try to think about I don't just want my book to be popping for a month or two after it comes out. I want people to still be talking about this book 10 years from now.
What
So,
I love about um, Carried Away is that you wrote about lupus.
yeah.
I I'm not I don't have lupus, but I have a aunt that has lupus, and it to me, if you're teaching people something that is very prevalent in the Black community. Lupus runs rampant amongst Black women,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I love that you did that. So thank you.
Yeah.
I love that. Um, what was her name? Oh my God, what was her name?
Blaine.
Yes, her ex wasn't shit. He was an ain't shit ass nigga.
Yeah.
And but he needs to, and I'm glad what happened to him happened to him. So I'm one of them readers that be like, oh, to the death, to the unalignment. I can't say that to the unalignment. Um, but I'm one of those people. Um, you mentioned before that you can write a story with book covers. Was that always the case?
No, cause like when I was signed to publishers, how it normally goes is you come up with a book, a story, a title, you write it, and they don't even order your cover until you turn the manuscript in.
Mm-hmm.
Like they'll let you have an opinion, like, oh, I don't like the model or I don't like the covers. Like they'll let you have like an opinion to a certain degree, but not a lot of them let you have full creative control. So like they have the designers that they want to use, they have to approve the cover, they have to like it. So I was never able to get my own covers until I went indie, or well, when I signed with Karen K Renee,
Mm-hmm.
she would let us like go. We didn't have to use, her cover. So I would see a cover that I like Stepdaddy Season, and I would be like, "Oh, I like this cover. Can I use this cover?" And she'll be like, "Yeah."
Can I tell you I love that story? Stepdaddy season 1 and 2. I was like, ma'am. He came in and took all these this lady's kids. He was like, oh, and I want some.
Yeah, pre-made covers have been a gift and a curse for me because I have so many. I have enough covers in my phone to last me till 2027. Okay. And even with that one, I saw the cover and I was like, oh my God, I want that cover. I want that cover. But what storyline is going to go with that cover? And I'm like, do a book for Father's Day.
Oh.
Yeah.
How okay, so what's your stance on AI?
Like the
Not
model.
so much the writing, but the stance on them using it to create covers and things like that. I know that some authors um are for it and some authors are against it because they would prefer illustrators and uh
See,
photos.
I love it. I absolutely love it because when there are a lot of us, I hate to use the word oversaturated, but there are a lot of us, way more of us than there were back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
And when you have graphic designers, unless they have their own photo shoots with their own models, a lot of these graphic designers are getting images from the same websites like Shutterstock or whatever. So it's limited, especially with black men, black women. It's limited, and so you were seeing so many models recycled, like these three authors dropped books 3 months apart and they all got the same. Like, I have covers in my phone to this day that I purchased and never used because another author dropped her book before I could do mine, and the covers had the same model, and I'm like, no. Like, so I love AI. And and I've seen readers say that, well, when they first started doing AI, some of them were like the more cartoonish looking people.
Yeah.
And like, I've seen a lot of people like, I'm not reading them books with them ugly ass covers.
I
And I'm
know what's her name? Granger got a lot of flack about that. But now she's changing the covers, and people scrambling trying to get those old covers with those AI covers.
And I'm just like, you can't please everybody. If I see a cover that I like and I pay my money for it because I like the cover, and you choose not to read the story because you don't like the cover, that's your preference. But
Right.
it's like, I can't, because it's kind of like you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. Because back when the same people was remodeling the same covers, people would come in my inbox and be like, "Oh, I seen such and such author. They got this same model. They stole this cover," and I'm like, "They didn't steal it." Like, so yeah, I like it. Even as far as character visuals, like, I had stopped using them. I'm like, y'all gotta use y'all imagination, because you would spend hours on Instagram, on TikTok looking for these people to fit this character, and then you find out somebody else done use this same person 15 times. And so when people would ask me, "Do you have character visuals?" No, you gotta use your imagination. No. But when I started seeing these AI models, I got more AI models in my phone than regular pictures, regular people. Like, I feel like it helps us. Of course, if people don't want to use it, that's okay too. But I like it.
There you have it. Um, does it help with your visualization, your visuals for your characters? AI.
Hey Tali. Yeah, because now, like I said, now I have more covers, more character visuals. I got more stuff than I can. I got more than I can write. But like back in the day, or like years ago, when I would write my story, I would have in my mind how I wanted my characters to look. And that's why, when I would go on Instagram or TikTok looking for people that match those descriptions, I either couldn't find them, or when I did, somebody had already used it. Or you have like a good example is Dave East. So we all know the rapper Dave East is fine as hell.
That part.
And Siobhan Latrice ended up using him. I want to say he was Ricky AK, but I don't
Or
remember.
was he Tony Wacko? I can't remember.
It was one of those. But baby, I don't care if it's 100 years later and somebody used Dave East and say his name is Roger. They gonna be like, that's so yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm so excited that I found the Treacherous Twins, because now that I know that you have over 100 books, I should never be bored.
never.
I should never be bored
And
because
I always tell people that whatever book I came out with last, like, my most accurate catalog would be in the back of that book, because there are books from like 2015, 2016 that I just want to take down. I just want to like take them down, do them over, rewrite them, because I'm like, yeah, baby, yeah, we don't write like that no more.
are you going to do some re-releases of some of your older work under your independent?
Definitely, yeah.
I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm so excited for you. Um, do you feel like social media aided in things like this, like the Black Book community on TikTok, Threads, Facebook? Do you feel like it aids in book sales for you?
Definitely, definitely, baby. I love some book talk. I was in Target one day and saw a whole book talk section. It's like they had books that were popular on book talk, and I'm
Was
just,
it any of us up there?
I honestly didn't even pay attention
Cause
because,
that be the problem.
yeah, I didn't pay attention. But of course, we're always the minority. But even if it's not as grand a scale of some of those, baby, I love some book talk. Because I mean, there have been times when you will see an older book and it's back on the top 100, and you're like, who
Mhm.
ain't talking about this book? So book clubs, book talk, podcast, YouTube, Instagram, all of it is a blessing because for any entrepreneur, the best promotion is word of mouth. I can post my book all day long, and you might be like, okay, I'm gonna read that when I get a chance. But if you've heard 10 people in the last 2 days say it's a good book, you're gonna read it probably a little faster, so it definitely helps.
My
Definitely.
book club is in here.
Okay.
It's we got probably about 50 plus members.
Yes.
They was when I tell you they was in that thing talking cussing.
Definitely,
They
baby.
was in this thing, and I love it. I love it. I love it.
Even when y'all take the time to like make your own visuals and do the collages and the little videos, and I just be like, damn, I ain't never been that dedicated reading a book. Like, yeah,
But you know what? It's not so much. I don't. I think because everything's so accessible now, it's easy.
yeah.
It's easy to do it. Because I don't have that. Listen, that ain't the gift that God gave me.
Yes, but it still takes time. So it's like you could have just said, hey, I like your book. But you went out your way to post a whole little mini video with music and stuff. Like, yeah.
Listen, they got listen. I listen because I got FOMO. I'm on Storygraph trying to keep up with trying to keep up with the Joneses. I'm about 10 books behind because I ain't posted them, but I read them. I done read them. I just got to post.
Baby, it's all, we love it all.
I love it. Do you read and watch your reviews?
I don't after a certain amount of time because it's like I have so many books and it's just like you can become obsessed with checking your reviews. So I love to see what people have to say, even if it's not good, because when there is a debate about reviews, I have seen a lot of readers say, if I don't like a book, I don't even leave a review. And I don't think that's necessarily good because it's unrealistic to feel like everybody's going to like your book. So if you have real valid reasons why you don't like the book and it's constructive criticism, I maybe can use that constructive criticism to help me out in my next book.
Okay, but I'm different. And the reason why I say that because I don't do it. I don't do bad reviews. I did 2 bad reviews, and when I tell you, I felt like shit.
Wow.
But what I will do is say, hey, because not all authors are open. I'll be like, hey, do you mind if I'm not gonna I read your book. I'm not gonna post a review, but can I tell you why? And if they say yes, I'll give them a few examples.
Yeah.
This is what I found. There might be a plot hole here. It might be a plot twist here. I don't feel like the editing was as great, and not so much the misspellings and punctuation. I don't give a shit about that. I'm
Mm,
talking about real things like you said there was 1993 5 years ago. Now it's 2 years later, but you're saying it's 8 years later.
yeah.
That kind of stuff. I will send you a message and say this is why,
Yeah,
because
and
not everybody is open.
yeah, that's fine too. Cause I remember I had a review one time, and I don't remember the book, but it's just like, say for example, the book was Jack and Jill, and the review was like, I hate when the cover says Jack and Jill, but then the book is about 15 other couples. And so I started keeping that in mind. Like, if you put these people's names on the cover, then 90% of this book needs to be about their relationship and nobody else's. So little stuff like that, I still keep with me. But if it's something stupid like I hate the character, I hate his name, so I gave the book 1 star. Like, okay, bye.
Yeah, I think that's opinion, not so much fact. Um, One thing I could do, like a Siobhan Latrice, I know that when you read her book, it's gonna be a second couple in there. It's they're like the secondary couple. It's not like
Yeah, yeah.
somebody's in the forefront. But I know that I'm gonna get a secondary couple. This getting ready to be some foolishness.
Like, supporting characters are good, like,
Right,
and it helps keep things interesting. And again, everybody is different, but once I got that review, I just kept that in mind. Like, don't give the other couples more like shine than
right.
whose names is on the cover. Like, be mindful of that. So, like, some stuff, like, you definitely keep in the back of your mind. Like, okay.
Um. Oh, I just had a question, and it was a good one too. It was a good. It was genres. You've written 100 books. Is there a genre that you haven't written that you want to write?
Probably dark romance.
Are you talking about introductory dark, medium dark, or pitch black?
Well, not some of this stuff I've been hearing about. I don't think it's gonna be pitch black. Some of them was crazy. I would say maybe introductory.
So more so, I don't know if you know about Victoria C. The Devil Wears Baccarat type of dark.
Yeah, like I heard about that. I seen some snippets.
That
So
book is good.
I don't
Mason Neiman
I don't
was
know what level those would be. Um, but the ones with the tampons and stuff, I don't know which one that was.
that was
Yeah, but I was like,
that
ooh,
was the Devil Wears Baccarat.
ooh, ooh. It might be a little bit lower than that.
So no, you want morally gray.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Okay, morally gray, not so much dark, but morally gray.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. I'll take that too, because I like it all. I like the only thing I don't think that I care for is I like when the author is uninhibited. I like them to go for the gusto. If they screwing, I want to know. I want to see it all. I want to be able to feel it all. If they are, I don't want you to allude to they're having sex and they close the door. I feel like that is TV.
Yeah.
I want to know that they kissed. Not so much everything, but I want to know that it went down in the bedroom. That is BDD energy.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. We getting somewhere. We getting somewhere. Um, what are the ingredients to you of a good character?
Mm. To me, um, not perfect, like a little bit flawed, but um still very relatable, very like for me as a reader, I hate a book where, like how Wise was the villain. I
Mm-hmm.
hate a book where the main character is the villain and they stay the villain, because it's like, I don't want you to have a happy ending.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't like you. So the character to me has to be likable, even if they're not likable in the beginning. They
Mm-hmm.
have to be likable by the end of the story. Like, they can't just be a terrible person. Like, they can't just walk down the street and kick little kids for no reason and then get a happily ever after.
I get that. I get that. What are the ingredients to a great plot?
Um, I think chemistry. Well, if it's like a romance, they definitely have to have chemistry. They have to have some conflict, but it can't be like draining conflict, or not like what people gonna be like, look, I'm sick of the both of y'all. But there has to be some conflict. There has to be some chemistry. Um, some unexpected, like, because even with, I think Back in Blood, I read a review that was like, I didn't know where this was going, so very not predictable.
Right.
Yeah, chemistry not predictable, a good little plot twist here or there.
Okay. What's your idea of the great American novel? Not what society thinks, but what do you feel like are the elements of a great American novel?
I don't exactly know probably the specific element, so I probably would have written it already. But
You probably have. I'm just asking, what are your thoughts?
I feel
Not
like
because
it would be.
society. I don't subscribe to society's ideology of the great
I
American
feel like
novel.
it would be something that after you finish reading it, like you just sitting there stuck for a few minutes with your mouth hanging open, like, whoa,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
whoa.
yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
something that you could read 15 times and never get tired of it. And that would be different things for different people. But for me, it's just like if I could feel like how you said you felt the emotions like the Lisa and Capri.
Hmm.
Like if you just got me in this book and I'm just hanging on to every word, and when it's over, I'm still thinking about this book 30 minutes later because
Yes.
it was entertaining, because it was relatable, because it was well written, just all the things.
One of my favorite authors, and people can fight me in the comments if they want to. Um, and it might be a little controversial. Is Quan.
I like Quan. I love Quan.
I love Animal.
Yeah, oh baby, yes. Animal, them gold teeth in that hair, yes.
I love Animal, but again, when he first started writing Animal, the emotions, the stuff that he went through as a little boy, for him to become a rapper and a contract unaliver, because we can't say that word, it it evoked so much emotion. And then when he lost the love of his life, and then it was he was total mayhem.
Yeah.
And to me, he took you through those emotions.
Yeah, and I think I was reading like way before Animal, but when I tell you I loved me some Animal, and I think Animal is one of the books that made me want to do urban romance, because I loved Animal. Like he was so gritty. He was so, and it's like the scenes that he did have with his love interest gave me all the feels, but it's just like it wasn't enough romance because it was like more gritty, more urban. You could tell it was written by your man.
Exactly.
I was
Exactly.
like, I want Animal. I want my male characters to be animal, but animal in love.
Listen, because Animal and anything else is hell.
Yeah, I love me some animal.
Yeah, so Animal is probably one of my favorite series of all times.
Yeah, I love Quan. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, he's probably. I would say him. I'm forever gonna say product of the streets. I'm gonna forever probably say Jackwell J.
Yeah.
I just think her universe is
Yeah.
that.
And
And I got a few more authors to add to it, but
like just to show you how different, because like one of my favorite books is The Upper Room by Mary Monroe.
yeah,
I love The Upper Room. I love God Don't Like Ugly. But then I like 3 a.m. Like two totally different types of books.
mine is Copy will Make You Black.
Yeah, that damn Kenyatta in 3 a.m. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Let's see. Do you outline or are you a pantser?
I might outline the first 3 or 4 chapters, and I probably won't even stick to that. I'm more of a freestyle. Like, I never stick to an outline, and I never outline a book the whole way through.
Okay, but you do something. So you a little bit of a
Yeah, I like create my characters like, they're an only child with, two alcoholic parents, and like I'll write that down, and maybe like the first, second, third chapter, and after that it's just whatever flows.
okay, okay. Um, is it hard to humanize characters for you?
Not at all. Like maybe it depends. Like I said, Wise and Simone, they kind of gave me a run for my money. But no, like, cause with my main characters, like a lot of people that like my books tell me that they like how relatable, or like, how realistic my storylines are, and like my characters come across, like, Shalane had lupus. Truth was just a regular, he sold a little bit of weed, but he also was more like a handyman. Like, just to show you, you can be a good father, a good boyfriend, a good provider without being a kingpin, without being a millionaire, billionaire. I mean, I've written about them too, but with as many books as I've written, you can't have every character the same. So, I like to write about men that provide for their families, but they're not rich. They might have a couple of bands in the bank, but they not, they can't go buy you a Birkin bag. I like to write
Unless
about,
you Wise or Chicago.
like, I like to write about skinny females, because, for a long time I had a flatty back there. I didn't have no big booty, but I still used to get who I wanted.
I'm hollering. Um, um, what are three things you must have in order to write?
Hmm. I have to. I don't know. I have to say. I would probably say a clear head.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Not too much noise. Like I can write with the TV or something on, but like music and all that, I can't. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't have to be quiet, but it can't be a whole lot of noise. Um, I have to have a clear head, and I would say maybe. I don't know, cause like I'm not that person that has to have snacks, and like maybe I just sit down and I get the writing.
Okay, okay, okay. Um, character names.
Oh God, yeah. Mm.
Is it difficult?
Yeah, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Oh Lord, yes.
But I love the name Truth. I love the name Chicago. I love the name Wise, Loyal, and Justice. I love those names. I like the name Capri. Um, I love when a author gives names that you're going to remember. Like I forever remember. If somebody named their character Truth, somebody like that's he part of the treacherous twins. No, he not. No, he not. Yes, he is.
At this point, they about to start being named Billy Bob, and because it's so hard. Because even with like Capri, because like I told you, I buy covers. I just buy covers like a mad woman, and I have to, like, once I buy a cover and come up with a storyline, I gotta kind of write it down so I don't forget it. And even with Back in Blood and Capri, around the time I started writing Capri, not too long after I started writing Back in Blood and had Capri and all of that, Jaquel dropped her Capri, but Capri
Hmm.
was a woman.
Right.
I was like, well, shit, he a man. I'm not changing it. 'Cause it's so hard to come up with names. You can think it's the most unique name ever.
Hmm.
Somebody probably already got that person's name. Like, and sometimes, like, I could literally be writing a book and be almost finished and see another author. promoting a book and read the synopsis and we got the same character name. And sometimes I would change it, sometimes I wouldn't. Because, a couple of years ago, these chicks will be ready to fight you over their character name.
Ooh.
And I'm just like, I don't have the damn time. But
Listen.
it's almost impossible. You can come up with the craziest names, Glizzy, Glock, Nine, Jet. Somebody got it. Probably the is some. I can't even say. I had one character. I don't even remember his real name off the top of my head, but they used to call him Ugly. That was his nickname.
Oh, not call that man ugly.
Ugly.
Oh, not ugly. I'm screaming. Um, Out of your catalog, which book you wish you had more shine to it? You wish people would pick up.
I would probably say What You Know About Love.
Okay. Okay. Let me write it down because I'm gonna read it. I don't know when I'm gonna read it, but I'm gonna read it. Um, do you have a trope that you like to stay away from?
Um, Stay away from no. Um, no. Mm-mm.
What's too far for you in a book?
Probably. So I've had a child, of course, with Back in Blood, there was a child unalived. But it
Right.
was a mistake. But just like purposely, unaliving a child or graphic detail about the abuse of a child or like I just don't care to, write stuff like that. Some stuff may be implied, but I can't go into detail. I try really not even to imply it. Um, but just mostly anything involving children. Like, yeah.
Okay. What would your readers be shocked to know about you?
Hmm. Shot. Probably nothing, child, with the stuff I be posting. Um, I would say that I cry every day, but hell, I probably done told that too. Yeah. Uh, yeah, I can't think of anything.
Okay.
Or
What hates to see you coming?
maybe my favorite movie is Grease. I don't know.
I know you fucking lie. Oscar Reeves. Now that's shocking. Really?
I love me some Grease, child.
Olivia
Yes,
Newton-John?
yes. I know all the songs.
Oscar Reeves. I love it. I
Hey,
love it.
the
I
day my
love
mama
it.
would call me. My mama used to call me and be like, Grease on. I'm like, what channel? That's my.
Um, what describe yourself in one word?
Hmm. Determined.
Speak it. Speak it. Name something that you love and everybody hates.
The Kardashians, like, uh, what's something that I love and everybody hates? Mm. Yeah, that would probably be it. I don't love them, but I think I'm probably about the only one that likes the Kardashians.
No, something that they love but you hate.
They love that I hate.
Yes.
Um, what's that man's Aaron?
Mustafa?
Yeah,
I,
yeah, I can have him.
I'm screaming right now. I'm screaming. Not Mustafa.
Yeah, can have him, baby.
Yeah, I'm screaming. What hate to see you coming?
Kava. Girl. Kava. Probably my bed. Yeah.
I'm screaming. I'm trying to think what hates to see me coming.
A
DoorDash.
cover, a pre-made cover.
I'm screaming. I love that. I love all the answers. That's good. Oh, I love that. What would hate to see me coming?
I eat kava. Ooh, 2, 3 times a week.
I've never had kava, so when I go, because I'm going to Oklahoma to the Boozy Book Tour, Tylese, if you still in here, I want to go to kava because I need to know what y'all talking about. Because we don't have kava in Northern California,
Mm,
not
girl.
at all.
Mm, it's fine.
What do you recommend that I get?
Well, I like the bowls. So I make my own bowl. I do steak, white rice, corn, broccoli, pickled onions, cucumbers, and the garlic and hot harissa dressing.
Okay, I'm gonna try it. Some variation of that, but I'm gonna try it because I like everything you named. Okay, okay. Um, if you could invite, this is my favorite question, and I don't care if don't nobody like it but me. Um, if you can invite 5 authors or writers to dinner, dead or alive, who would they be?
Mary Monroe,
Mm-hmm.
Sakura Allen,
Mm-hmm.
Lisa Austin,
Mm-hmm.
Casey Mills,
Mm-hmm.
and Quan.
First of all, can I serve the drinks? Because I just need to be a part of that conversation. I
Yeah.
need to be I need to hear this conversation. I need to be able to say, what can I get for you? And y'all talking, I'd be like, for real? That's how that's going in? Okay. Okay, okay, okay. Um, you ready to pop your shit, ma'am?
I think so.
All right. So, where are you coming outside in 2025? Are you
um,
going to be at any events?
yes, baby, I got too many events planned for 2025.
Where you going to be?
The first one is April. I will be at Estevan's event in Miami.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to the Gym Awards. In I think it's July.
Yes.
I am going to the Boozy Book Tour in May in Raleigh because I live in Raleigh.
Okay, okay.
I am going to Jessica Watkins' event in Chicago in September.
I might be there.
Then I will be back in Chicago in October for the Boozy Book Tour.
I think I'm going to the Boozy Book Tour, not to Jessica's, but I think it's the Boozy Book Tour. I'm not sure. I haven't made my arrangements yet, but
And then in October, again, South Carolina for Southern. I think it's
Southern Hearts.
yeah, Southern Hearts and Fine Kisses.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
Oh, so you coming outside?
yeah, yeah.
All right, all right.
Like when
What?
blades start falling out the sky.
But you know what? I think I might see you in Chicago. Possibility, I might see you in Raleigh. It's a possibility.
Okay.
But I'm trying to. I'm going to the Boozy Book Tour Thursday. I leave Thursday for Tulsa.
Is that the one where they're doing the awards?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. So I'm excited about that. I will be the official podcaster for the event.
This is.
So I will be going live. So if y'all want to see what's going on, tune in. um, Let me ask you these 2 questions and then we'll get your social sites and all of that. Blank is life. Okay. My pen is
Fire.
all right. All right. Do you have a website?
Yes.
What is it?
www.arthurnatisharayner.com.
Perfect. 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 Um. What else? What else? What else? What social sites are you on, and how? What's your handle?
On Facebook, I am Natisha Rayner. On Instagram, I am gifted underscore hustler.
Okay.
On TikTok, I am Tish925.
Okay. I'm gonna need y'all to help her get her numbers up so she can come on camera.
Please.
Make sure I'm gonna make sure I save your share your thing with my book club so they can follow you.
Thank you.
Um, I think that is it. Do you have any shout outs and do you have any advice for others?
Um, I would say for my advice to authors, I would just say drown out the noise and do what you want to do. Even if you feel like you're not being noticed, it'll come when it's supposed to come. Don't give up, and don't try to please everybody because it's impossible. So you will have more fun if you just do what you want to do, and whoever's supposed to find it will find it. For shout outs, I just want to shout out all the book clubs, all the book talkers, all the reviewers, like everybody that shows us love. We definitely appreciate it because without y'all, I would have to go get a job, and I don't want a job. But
We want you to keep creating. So I mean, at least I do. I can't speak for nobody else, but I want you to keep creating.
shout out to y'all, everybody putting together book events, the awards, like really, really make y'all really make us feel special, like because we get so much hate sometimes, but just everybody that show us love, even if we're not your cup of tea, just the people that mind their business and don't sit around and talk about how we not their cup of tea all day. So yeah, definitely shout out to all y'all.
Perfect. All right, y'all. I'm gonna pop my shit for just a second. So, my last interview for this week will be Rael Knight. That will be tomorrow. Thursday I will be traveling to Tulsa, Oklahoma. Y'all pray for me because I'm scared to get on this plane.
You gonna be okay. You gonna be okay.
I'm scared,
You gonna be
and
okay.
I'm normally be the first one on the plane. I will probably be the last.
Oh,
And I'm gonna be drunk because I'm scared. Um, I will be in Atlanta from uh from February 23rd through March 13th. If you guys want to meet up, I'm down for it. I'm in for it. So just let me know. I think my availability is Saturday the 8th. So if anybody wants to come have cocktails with me, meet me and let me meet you. Let me know. Hit me up in my DMs because I will be in the area. Um, March 20th, it's my birthday. Your girl gonna be 55.
and happy early birthday.
Thank you so much. And your girl's giving away 55 books.
Oh,
I got series I'm giving away. I'm not breaking up no series. You're getting the whole whatever I got is what you're getting. So I got the Crenshaw Kings books 1 through 4. I'm giving that away. I have the Bishop and Valentine's King. I'm giving that way as a set. Shelly P gave me her catalog. I'm giving that away as a set. So I need y'all to tune in. We doing an open mic if you guys want to sing, dance, If y'all want to narrate, if y'all want to read a passage out your book, if you want to tell a joke, it is open mic. Come on, let's have a good time. Come have a cocktail with me while I give away these books, in addition to having some fun. Okay? I'm gonna end out February with Jaleesa Reed. I'm confirming. I haven't confirmed, but I believe she will be on Tuesday, the 25th of February. Cartier is going to be on Wednesday, the 26th of February. Thursday, the 27th, I have Monica Walters, and we'll be talking 4Bs, her event in Mesquite, Texas, because I'm trying to find me a cowboy. And on Thursday, I am ending February with Jay Jones. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be fun. Y'all make sure y'all tune in. And I think that's it for me. Any last words, Miss Raynor?
Thank you so much for having me. I really enjoyed it. You gotta have me back again when I can turn my camera on.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Y'all make sure y'all like and follow her on all her platforms.
Yeah, I didn't read all the comments, but everybody that commented, thank y'all for watching. Thank you for the comments. I love all y'all real bad.
You are more than welcome. I love you too. And we will see y'all again soon. Oh, your interview will be up on YouTube. Give me a week or so because I'll be traveling to get it up, and it will be up in its entirety on YouTube. Make sure y'all follow me on my YouTube channel. Like and subscribe. Uh, and I'll tag you in the YouTube video.
Thank you. And if anybody up here is all caught up on the treacherous twin saga, Winter's book drops February 24th.
Stop playing.
Yeah, she got a book.
So I gotta read the Christmas one and then winter.
Yeah, then you'll be caught up after Christmas. Yeah. Then she comes out the 24th.
Man, man. First of all, you know how you have some books that you just have to slide to the side. So because that book that came out, that's gonna be one. That's gonna be one. Y'all don't be mad at me. I gotta read A Blossom and then girl, you too. I don't know who I got them days, but I'm gonna have to slide it to the side. I love it. Thank y'all. Have a good night and happy reading, y'all.
Me too.
Bye bye.